Hi, I'm James. I'm one of the product managers at Seccl. I look after the portfolio domain, which focuses mainly on accounts and transactions and transfers, and that's what I'm here to talk about with you today. So at Seccl, we understand that transfers are a massive part of the advisor journey, especially when you choose a new platform or to become a platform operator with Seccl and you're looking to consolidate multiple platforms from all over the place and you want to bring all your clients into one place. We know it's really hard to keep track of everything that's going on. And the process in the industry can be pretty clunky. Most advisors have got horror stories about transfers taking weeks and months and even years. And so we really wanted to help by giving a really clear view of all the information we have. A lot of the problems that we understood from our clients is that Seccl has information that they didn't, and therefore they couldn't understand what was going on. And so by trying to bring all of that into our professional UI, we've tried to solve some of those issues. Seccl has sort of automated this process, so it's straight through processing. No need for a paper form here. The advisor can come in, select the transfer. I might know that I'm transferring in from Hargreaves Lansdown, for example. I come in and type the Hargreaves Lansdown policy number, quote that I want the transfer to be in specie, the approximate transfer value of what I'm looking to receive, and then just to check my address is correct. And what happens when I process this, so send this through, that effectively goes straight to Hargreaves Lansdown to start processing the transfer. And that's what we sort of had built up until about 6 or 7 weeks ago. And what we found was that although that process was quite good, there was a lot of the following process for managing transfers was really clunky and really hard to do. And so this is what we've built. It's called the Transfers Workbench. And this is an overall firm view to allow advisors and operations staff to see all transfers that are happening in their firm. So as you can see, I've got the one that I just processed for Hargreaves Lansdown. It tells me it's with the previous provider, so it's still waiting for Hargreaves to respond. Tells me the wrapper it's for, the date I requested it, whether there's any action required from me. And it's a really clear view for advisors and power planners to sort of get an understanding about where all of their new business is at. What I can see is we've got the other transfers that are occurring in the firm here. This is all fake data, but you can see some of them they've changed to onboarding assets. So this is where, for instance, in this example, Armenian, they confirm that the transfer can occur. They confirm the assets that are in that account, and they've started the process of instructing fund managers to move them across. And when that happens, we get an estimated value of the transfer. And not only do we want to give this sort of top level view, but we also wanted to give the advisors the ability to click in and see the individual assets that make up this transfer. So I can see that Olivia's got she's got a WH Smith line and a Marks and Spencer line, and they total to £20,000. So it's a really clear view about what's happening in the transfer. The next thing I can do that's really nice is I can just, on this client view, I can then move between all of her transfers. So obviously clients are often transferring multiple wrappers at the same time. So I might just want to check on how our GIA is doing. And what I can see here is I've actually forgotten to add some of the book costs. So especially for GIAs, book costs are really important in understanding what the growth of the portfolio has been and understanding any CGT liability that a client may have through selling down assets. And before this was happening, on a spreadsheet basis, the advisors were sending spreadsheets to us. It was a bit of a clunky process, and so we wanted to bring it into the UI. So what we've got is, I'm going to add a couple of book costs here. So I know that the Sainsbury's is already done, but I might add a book cost for WH Smith, so that I know that it was £7,500. And for National Grid, it was £12,500. I'll leave the bottom one for the moment. So I can check that figure makes sense, that the total book costs are around 21 grand. Come in here, submit them. And what happens now, you can see that the book costs are stored against these lines. And when they complete, the book cost will then be saved so that any CGT reporting can sort of still occur. In order to sort of alert advisors to when that flow needs to be done, we built this sort of action required column. So what this does is if I filter for all required actions, I can see, okay, this is the only transfer that has got an asset line that is missing a book cost. So you can jump in here, as before, follow the same process where add the book cost, say £5,000. review, submit that. And then when I jump back into the Transfers Workbench, what we should see is there's no more that need required. Everything's actually done. And so we can build a really nice workflow that for those advisors that are managing lots of transfers, they can just jump in here every day and understand whether or not there's anything that needs actioning.